Hello, good morning. Here's our first craft with PSP today. For those who don't know, I'm Amanda Butler, and today we're going to make jellyfish. So, I put a picture up, but this is kind of what it's going to look like. I don't know if you can really see colors. Let's see if I can make it not as bright in here. One sec. There. That's a little bit better, I think. It's really bright on my camera. I don't know if switching it about will make it work or not, but bear with me. This is the first time I've done this in a while, so I'm trying to find the right spot for the camera. There we go. Alright, guys. So, you've got all of your... There you go. You got all of your craft things. You're going to need a paper bowl. That's the first thing we're going to work on. But make sure you got everything. You have your paint. I couldn't find paint to save my life over the last week, so we had to make our own. So we made it with just flour, salt, and water, and some food coloring. I didn't blend it well enough, so if you take a look at some of the stuff that we did, it looks a little crystallized due to the salt. Can't really see it in the picture. Next, you want to make sure that you've got some string. Any string will do. If you got color string, great. If not, white's fine, because then you can use it for paint. In the paint, which I'll show later. Scissors, something pointy that you can stick through the top of it to make holes. And Ziploc bags to be able to decorate the string. So first, what we're going to do is you're going to paint this inside and out whatever color you want. So you start off just painting it anyway. If I could get my paint open, you would. I'm having fun getting my paint open. You guys will probably be painting while I'm doing this. Alright, so for mine, oh, we've got a crying thing. I'm adding some blue to mine. I don't understand blue. I'll find a different spot next time. There we go. Make sure your paintbrush doesn't pop off at the end like mine just did. Makes it harder to paint. Now the one that we made yesterday, me and my crew, kind of did like a rainbow effect, which looked really cool. Some of the other things that you can do with it is you can get some glow in the dark paint, or I think even if you wanted to add, like break open a glow stick, you could probably do that and add it to there and just kind of make it glow in the dark, which would be pretty cool. So you just paint it any color that you want. Yeah, so once you get that done, you can put it off to dry. And we'll work on how to get the tentacles next. I'm just going to finish up mine to show. Hopefully, it's kind of bright in my camera. Now, when you're done all of this, kind of good thing. You did the front part. Mine just kind of looks like an eyeball. And then you do the inside. Hello, Gemma. Welcome. Hopefully you got all your ingredients. See that Adam's joined. I believe this will save afterwards, so if anybody doesn't get on in time, then they can watch the video afterwards. It'll be up. We've got babies throwing things off to the side, which is always fun. Alright, so once you're done that part, and do the inside, you can let it off to the side to dry. I believe this one was one of Lexi's that she did yesterday.
Mommy, the other
Oh, okay.
at preschool.
Really?
Blue one.
Alright, so next what you want to do is grab your string, and you want to cut, depending on how long you want the tentacles to be. Ours, I kind of went by my arm, but you can go a lot longer than that. It all depends on how long you want your tentacles. Now, with the tentacles, you are going to be splitting them in half, and they're going to be dangling like this. So when you attach everything, it's going to be up here, and then you're tying a knot with all of them. So you can decide how long you want, and then cut them into a whole whack, or you just take a whole whack of string and cut along as you go.
Yay!
Oh, well, that's happening.
Mine.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Well, apparently turning on the light made things a lot better. Thank you, John Wyatt. My little helpers. So now you can maybe see a little bit better in the color. Ours kind of look crusty because of the salt from the thing. So once you got all of your string cut, you can have different lengths of tentacles if you want. You can have short, long, crazy, whatever you choose. You can make them all the same size. You can make them one a foot long and the one a couple inches long. And that's where, once this is done, this is where the Ziploc bags are going to come into effect. So what you want to do is all the colors that you want to use for your tentacles, you would put individual colors into the bag. So to show, I'm going to do some, maybe. Alright, let's see what colors I've got. Got a little bit of paint left, so we'll see how this goes. Do some green. Green tentacles are always fun. So you put it into the bag. Obviously, if you have more paint, add more paint to it because you want to coat the entire string. So you can take, depending on how many colors you want, add a string to the bag, close it, and let's just mash it. Try and get the whole string covered. The kids had a lot of fun yesterday doing it. Hey, just coat it. And then after that, you're going to let it to dry. You can hang it over, if you put paper towel or something down on a chair, hang it over top, or if you have an easel like we do, I just took some paper, put it over top, and let them hang about to dry. Took a little bit to dry. So once it's covered, it'll kind of, ooh, nice green color. Oh, are you painting now, dude? Alright. Go ahead and paint your heart sometime. Ah! Paint things. Alright, so then after this, you just want to let it hang dry, and you want to do that to all of the string. So while those are drying, You may not be able to finish it here with me, but I'll show you the next couple steps so that way you can see how to do it afterwards. Once it's dry, you want to take something sharp, scissors. I had a small little screwdriver, it worked well. You gotta put it down and use the water. Dip, 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 and then paint. So, you want to take the screwdriver or you get a pencil, and you just want to poke a hole kind of in the middle on either side. Because that's where you're going to put the string up to hang it. So then you take cut another piece of string, and just feed it through on either side. So both ends will go up through the holes that you have made. I'm having fun. And then on the other side, you want to kind of even them out a little bit. Don't matter, you're going to be tying a knot at the end. And then on the flip side, this is where you're going to take your strings and you're going to feed them through. So however many strings that you have made, we did 10 to 12 different strings in different colors to kind of make it look like a rainbow jellyfish. See? Oh, did you grab them all? All right. Let's see. Let's get a couple different colors here. Where did you put them all? Oh, okay. My little helper lost all of the... So then you want to try and, different lengths, it may be a little bit harder, but you want to try and feed them all through and even them out. So you're taking the string on the bottom and put one of your colored strings through to kind of like in the middle of the string, and do that to all of your tentacles that you have created. Oh, I know, that's paint, isn't it? So yeah, just feed them all through. And to help keep them there, you can pull the string. So the next thing you're going to want to do is take all of your tentacles in two big groups and kind of tie a simple knot. So that way they'll stay in place. That's why you want a little bit of longer tentacles, so that way you can see them all, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. Try and keep it as even as possible, and like what I just did, but it'll still look good. It'll be fine. And because of our fantastic paint, our tentacles are a little crusty, which makes it harder to put into a knot. But it'll do. And then you have a jellyfish. And then to just finish it off, tie a knot at the top of the jellyfish. Oh, that just happened. I think my son decided to add some paint to my tea. So I'll have to have some more tea later. So add a knot to the top so that way everything stays in place and no worries about it falling off. So that way when it hangs, it'll hang pretty fantastically. Dropping your jellyfish. And then just tie a simple knot at the top and then you'll be able to hang it. And that is how we do the jellyfishes. Now, does anybody who's on want any or have any questions about the process of making the jellyfish? Feel free to throw on a comment or not. It's pretty easy, pretty fun. The kids loved doing them yesterday. They keep wanting to do a bunch today. Well, that works. My son has all the paint into the water for the paint. Being creative, I guess. So yeah, you can have them. So we've got different colored jellyfish. My plan is I'll take a picture of these ones so you can see the colors a little bit better, because apparently my computer is really bright. And I'll post it up here on the event page. If you complete them, I would love to see them in the windows if you so choose. So we're going to be putting ours up in the windows later on today in our front window. So I'd love to be able to take the kids around and go for a drive and see all your wonderful jellyfish. Feel free to message me here if you have any other questions. Yeah, and again, this video should be on for a while. So that way you'd be able to do it. So if you didn't come on while I was doing it live, you can still do the craft. I will be posting up different crafts every Monday and doing them every Thursday around this time. If you have any crafts ideas, feel free to shoot them at me. I'm always up for different ideas because my brain only works so far. With that, I will say goodbye for now and happy crafting.